Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make your very own perfume oil. As you probably know, I have several other perfume making videos here on my channel, and recently I get a lot of questions regarding how to make a perfume oil specifically, and also how to make a perfume oil that lasts long or really sticks to your skin. In today's video, I'm going to be going over all of that, but I'm also going to be sharing with you two different perfume oil formulas. I'm going to also be placing the formulas down below in the description box so you can make them at home if you like. If you like this content, you may also really enjoy my Patreon campaign. I'll go ahead and place the link to my campaign below as well for you to check out. There are 6 tiers over there, each with their own unique benefits. Just at the $7 level, you have access to every recipe and tutorial I have ever published. And we've been doing this now weekly for about 5 years, a little over 5 years. So there are literally hundreds of formulas for you to take advantage of as soon as you sign up. And I'm a crowdfunded content creator, so your contribution really helps me to continue what I do best, which is share with you these weekly tutorials and formulas. All right, let's get started. All right, so first things first, I'm going to share with you how to combine different fragrance oils to create your own unique blend, and then you're going to take that blend and make it into a perfume. I go into great detail and depth on some of my other perfume videos on how to do that, so I'm going to try to go a little bit more quickly on this part today, but basically you're going to decide on different fragrance oils or accords that you want to combine. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It really is just dependent on the different fragrances that you like to combine, and that takes some experimentation. So today I have decided I'm going to go ahead and create a blend using this Berry Blossom fragrance oil and this Cashmere fragrance oil. They are both by Brambleberry. I've been wanting to combine these for quite some time now based on a fragrance that I really like by Bath & Body Works. That was kind of my inspiration, and it has notes of berries and also cashmere. It just smells so clean and fresh, yet also fruity and feminine at the same time. So this one is, the Berry Blossom has different notes in it. It smells like tart fresh berries, red berries, and then it's got some floral notes, really, really nice. So it's a combination. It's got different notes in it. And then this is just cashmere. It's a single note fragrance oil. So again, you can add 2 fragrance oils together, 3, 4, 6, even if you like. It really is dependent on what you like. So once I've decided which ones I want to use together, then I get these cotton rounds and I start putting drops on the cotton rounds. I usually start with a 50-50 blend. So I'll take a couple different pipettes, one for each fragrance, and I start off by just putting 3 drops each. So 3 drops Berry Blossom, 3 drops of the Cashmere. I'll put it on a sticky note so I know which one is which, and I'll let this sit and then smell it after a few minutes and after the fragrances have combined. And once I decide, yeah, I do like the way these smell together, then I kind of play around with my ratios. So then I bumped up the Cashmere a little bit just to see what that would do to 5 drops Cashmere on this one and 3 drops Berry Blossom. And I liked it. It's pretty good. It does smell distinctly different than the 50-50. And then I decided to up the Cashmere even more, and I went to a 3 to 6 part. So 3 drops Berry Blossom and 6 drops Cashmere. Now this one, while it's still pretty nice, it kind of lost some of that tart berry note that I like. So I ended up actually just really liking the 50-50 blend. So that's what we're going to do today. It's just a really nice combination of the tart, ripe, juicy berries and then the clean, kind of sophisticated cashmere. Just a really nice fragrance blend all together. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. There are a couple different ways to create your blend. So knowing that this is a 50-50 blend, what I could do then is decide, okay, I want to pre-blend these oils together to then add to my perfume oil. So I can do that by taking a little beaker. Let's say I want to make 50 grams of this combination. So that would be 25 of each. And then I could put it in here, stir it up. Then I have my blend already pre-blended, and then I can store whatever I don't use. But for this particular case, since we're using a 50-50 blend, and I know exactly how much fragrance I want to add to my perfume. I have worked out the calculations for 6 half-ounce little bottles here, and I'll be sharing that with you right now. So what we're going to do is go ahead and add in to the beaker here some fractionated coconut oil. So the reason we're using fractionated coconut oil is it's super lightweight, it's easily absorbed into the skin, and it has an indefinite shelf life, meaning it's never going to go bad. So we're using the fractionated coconut oil at 70% of the formula today because these are not meant to be used straight on the skin. They must be diluted with some sort of oil or alcohol base. So today our conduit is going to be fractionated coconut oil, and we're going to be using it at 70% of the formula. So we're going to be making 90 grams total in this first batch. And so we're going to use 63 grams fractionated coconut oil, and that equals 70% of our recipe. Go ahead and pour this in carefully. All right, and there's my 63 grams of fractionated coconut oil. Next, I'm going to be adding in a fixative. Now, you guys have not seen me do this with a perfume oil. You've seen me do this with a perfume spray using an alcohol base, and I've been getting a lot of questions lately about using a fixative in an oil base. So if you've been following me for a while and you've picked up some AromaFix, you can get AromaFix at Lotion Crafter. This is an amazing product because what it does is it's a fixative. So it helps the perfume fragrance last longer on your skin. So this is an oil-soluble product, but it also can be used in your alcohol spray bases that you've seen me do that before as well. So it's a very versatile product, and you can use it in both oil and the alcohol bases. So I wanted to show you this today because I've been getting a lot of questions on this. And for those of you that like to make perfume oils, this is a great way to get your perfume oils to stick and last a little bit longer. So we're using the fixative at 5% of our formula today. So I am using 4.5 grams of fixative. It is kind of a thicker, a more viscous product, so before it gets diluted, so I want to be careful that I don't go overboard in adding 4.5 grams. Just going super slow here. There we go. Perfect. So because my fragrance oil blend we know it's going to be a 50-50 blend, I'm just going to give this a stir real quick to blend in my fixative with my fractionated coconut oil and get it totally solubilized. There we go. You'll know because it goes clear, you don't see any streaking. I also like the fractionated coconut oil because it doesn't have a color to it. It's perfectly water clear. So I know that I want to use 25% fragrance in this formula. You guys usually see me do a 20%. That's usually my go-to. I'm showing you how to add a little bit more fragrance oil here to your product or to your perfume formula. So essentially you need to be very careful when you're adding in fragrances because they each have their own unique usage rates. I go into great detail again on other perfume videos, so please have a look at those after this video, but you just need to make sure you're not exceeding those usage rates. So my berry blossom could be used at 14% and my cashmere could be used at 95%, meaning I can use 95% of this in a formula and not have it be over usage rates, or it'll be at a safe rate up to 95%. Well, of course, I'm not going to use 95% cashmere, but I know that I'm within safe usage rates because I want to use 25% total. So that means, I want to use 25% total. That means my total fragrance oil blend comes to 22.5 grams from my formula, making this 11.25 grams each of my 2 different fragrance oils. All right, so I'm just going to take this small container here and put my fragrance oil blend in it before adding it to my beaker here, because this scale won't accommodate all of this. It's just too heavy. So we're going to go ahead and put in my berry blossoms. And again, this is going to be 11.25 grams total. Perfect. And then I'm going to take my cashmere and I'm going to add in 11.25 grams of cashmere. You want to be as precise as possible just to make sure that the blend that you created is as true when you scale up as it was when you were experimenting and found that perfect blend. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a little stir with my spatula just to kind of pre-blend these fragrances together. So this is at 25% of my formula. This is a little higher than my normal percentage that I like to kind of work with, because I wanted to share with you guys a stronger, a little bit more potent perfume that sticks and lasts a little bit longer on the skin. All right, so then I'm gonna just add it to my fractionated coconut oil and fixative. There we go. Just trying to scoop every last bit out of there. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my stirring rod and give this a nice blend. Making sure everything is well combined. And there you go. You've made your very own unique perfume oil. I'm going to give this a little smell. Oh, this smells phenomenal. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set this aside, and then I'll show you the second blend. So next, just to make it super simple on you, there's other ways you can do this if you're not confident in making your own blends or you don't want to hassle with it. You can find lots of fragrance oils that already have several notes to them that just smell perfect to you. So for instance, this one, Sea Salt and Lilly, this one's also by Brambleberry. It smells really gorgeous. It's become one of my favorite fragrances. It just smells like a walk on the beach. It smells so good, but it's kind of got a floral undertone to it that just makes it feminine and beautiful. It kind of has that salty sea air on the top note, and then it's got a beautiful watery and also floral note. It's actually perfectly balanced. So I'm going to use this one for the second perfume. Again, we'll be making 6 little half-ounce bottles with this. So these are the same ratios. We're just going to be using we're going to be making 90 grams total, 63 grams fractionated coconut oil, 22.5 grams of fragrance, which will make it 25%, and then 4.5 grams of fixative. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and weigh off my 63 grams of fractionated coconut oil. Again, just trying to go slow so we're accurate. All right. Once I've got my 63 grams of fractionated coconut oil, again, I'm going to go ahead and add in my fixative. 4.5 grams. This is at 5% of my formula. Go. just going to go ahead and give this a stir to combine the fixative and the oil. Getting that nice and combined. If you didn't have access to a fixative or you didn't want to buy one, you don't have to use a fixative. You could just use, you guys have seen me in my very first perfume making video where I showed you how to make a perfume oil. It was just fractionated coconut oil and fragrance oil. You can totally do that too. And in that case, you would just deduct the amount of fixative that I'm using here and add in more fractionated coconut oil. So next I'm just going to go ahead and add in my fragrance. Again, I'm going to go ahead and weigh it into this little container here. Now this one is a full 22.5 grams of the Sea Salt and Lilly fragrance. So I'm going to probably start off by pouring slowly. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the neighbor's doing some yard work and they've got like a leaf blower going in the background. It's super noisy to me. Here I am trying to make a nice aesthetic perfume video and I've got this leaf blower just going in the background, so I apologize for any background noise. So there's my 22.5 and then I'm going to go ahead and get that combined. This is such a nice fragrance, just such a clean, it's got a clean ocean note to it, but also it is great and appropriate for a perfume because it's got that wonderful lily floral note to it. It's just a very good fragrance. I've used this one in cold processed soap as well. Amazing. This would also be really good in a sugar or salt scrub, this fragrance. Okay, once you get that in there, I'm going to go ahead and get a clean stirring rod, get it nice and blended. All right, give it a little smell. Smells fantastic. Going to go ahead and set this aside. And then we're going to move to the next step. This next step is a fun but optional step. I think this really adds interest to the clear perfume bottles, and I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I am going to share with you the link. I got these little half-ounce bottles I got at a store that's new to me, so I'm looking at the card here that they sent. It's called the Perfumery LLC, and I'll share the link down below because I think they're so cute and they're perfectly trending right now. But they're little square-shaped roller bottles. So check this out. It's got a little tiny lid here you add to the top. This is a little stainless steel roller bottle, but they sell, you can get the little white plastic ones as well. I just liked the look of these, and I got the little stainless lids to match. So I'm really liking these bottles. You didn't have to, I like the store too because these were kind of hard to find. These little bottles, actually, they're kind of hard to find. And once I did find them, it was hard to find them where you didn't have to purchase them in bulk. And I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to purchase a big bulk quantity yet. So it was perfect. I got to order my 12 just for this project to see how I like them. So I'm going to add some Botanicals. This is totally optional, but I think it just adds some interest when you're using these clear bottles. 6 of them I'm going to be adding in this. These are blue cornflowers, and that's going to go in the Sea Salt and Lily one, and then in 6 of them I'm going to be adding in some dried safflower. And a nice thing with the perfume oils too is these will not go bad in your perfume oil. They'll stay preserved and they'll stay the same color as long as you have the perfume, because they just get preserved in the oil. So I'm just going to add a little bit. These openings are small, so I've got this little stick here I'm using. I'm not going to add too much. These are very small, again, half-ounce bottles. So just adding a little bit for interest, about that much. All right, now that these are all filled with a little bit of botanical here. We're going to go ahead and pour our perfume now into these little bottles. I have this tiny funnel. I usually don't use a funnel, but these openings are so small on these bottles that I'm going to use a funnel here. Okay, and we're just going to start by slowly pouring. All right, on to the next one. We're going to be doing the Sea Salt and Lilly, and you're just going to use a clean funnel. I got these funnels on Amazon. They came in other little bottles and kits that I bought, so it comes for like filling purposes. And I'm probably going to get some questions on where to get the little beakers and things that I use. So I have an Amazon store. The link to my store is also below, so you can have a look at that. So mainly everything that you need tool-wise to make this project, you can get on my Amazon store. Little trick of the trade here. So I've capped this one off already just to kind of show you, because you might have seen me spill some perfume oil and a little bit got on the outside of this one. So if you take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, this is 99% rubbing alcohol, and you just spray the outside of your container, let it sit for a few seconds. Take a paper towel and wipe it down. That will degrease it essentially and make it dry again. So there's that one. Super cute looking. Very, very happy with the aesthetic of this and how they look. So we're just going to continue on capping. See that little stainless roller bottle? It's so cute. These are easy to put in. Some of the roller bottles you get, they're kind of hard to push in. This one is easy. And there you have it, everyone. That's how you create your own perfume oil. And I'll just go and demonstrate. I'll just go ahead and demonstrate how this little bottle works. I have one that didn't fill completely. Let me take a look. Which one? This one. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate on this one. Had I been weighing out exactly 15 grams in each one, I probably would have been more exact. But anyway, so these are so fun to use. So you just kind of tip them over and you just add it to your wrist. You just kind of roll it until you get a little bit on your wrist. Oh, it smells so good. And then you can add this in other pulse points like your neck and in the little crook of your arm here. And it's just gorgeous. All right, everybody, that's how you make a beautiful, botanical looking, wonderful smelling perfume oil. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Please leave me some comments and questions below. That really means a lot to me. Share this video with a friend, and why not subscribe to my channel? All right, everyone, catch you on the next video. Bye. Keep shining.